Cybermaterial presents Ask Me Anything Cyber, a fun, interactive weekly event for everything cybersecurity. Join us every week at noon Eastern Time for a high-energy, no-fluff recap of the week's biggest cyber stories. From data breaches and threat intel to major legal updates. Whether it's a high-profile hack, a new APT on the rise, or a must-attend summit, we've got it covered. But that's not all. We'll also break down the latest job market trends, share our thoughts on cyber stocks, and give you actionable insights to stay ahead. And of course, we wrap things up with what makes this show special, live Q&A with you. Have a question about a breach? Want to know how a threat works? Curious about getting started in cyber? Let us know and we'll answer it live. Without further ado, let's get this event started.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Ask Me Anything Cyber. I'm your host Prapti, and joining me today, as usual, our co-host and resident cybersecurity expert, Sophia. Hi, Sophie. How are you? Oh, I think there's the problem with your audio.
Oh, yeah. Hi, everyone. How are you? How's it going? I said good morning, good afternoon, and good night, depending where you're located and where you're watching from.
I hope you're having a good day, Sophie. And so, to the people who have joined us today, each week we take real cybersecurity questions from Reddit, stories from people who have found themselves in tricky or alarming online situations, and break them down one by one. And Sophie helps us understand what actually happened, what went wrong, and how to prevent it. And before we begin with that, Sophie has something interesting to share with you guys.
Yeah, actually, I want to invite everyone to join me this Saturday. I'm gonna be hosting a live lab in Queens in New York City about hands-on web application security from cloud to code. So if you're interested in joining me this Saturday at 4 p.m., you just have to RSVP at laicsummit.com and you will get your free ticket to participate at this lab with me. We already have 250 people RSVP for this lab. So hopefully you can join us if you're in New York. Otherwise, I'm going to do all my best to stream this lab. Otherwise, I can do one afterwards for anybody that is interested in having this type of like instructive on how to secure your web application and what are the most common attacks, and also how to issue an SSL certificate, how to deploy CDN, and protect your web application from scratch. So please feel free to RSVP, laicsummit.com. It's this Saturday. It's from 12 to 5 p.m. My lab is going to be at 4. So it's going to be in Queens and New York City. So anybody that is around in the tri-state area and want us to join us, you're welcome to do so.
Thank you so much, Sophie. And this sounds like a fantastic opportunity. So make sure that you RSVP and you click on the link to do so. We've got a fascinating lineup today, from workplace malware scams to phishing traps and even Wi Fi risks. So there's also even like a shocking kidnapping scam that we would like to talk to you about. So let's jump right in. Sophie, are you ready to answer our first Reddit question?
I'm 100% ready, and I can't wait to answer these questions for all the people that out there that need help.
So yeah, a Reddit user shared that earlier, they woke up and earlier they received what looked like a normal work email. Inside were instruction to press Windows plus R and paste a command. You can see the command on the screen. I think the query is there.
Yeah.
They followed the instruction and nothing seemed to happen. But hours later, they began to worry that they might have executed something dangerous. Now they're anxious and asking for help to understand what this command could do and whether the system is compromised. So Sophie, this clearly is a serious one, a PowerShell command
Yeah.
from a random email. So
Yeah.
what happened here?
So it looks like this person was caught off guard because if you receive an email asking you to execute a command using PowerShell, it's clearly not a legit or
Yeah.
like an honest email, I can say. So what I can say is like this person, they run a malicious PowerShell command,
Hmm.
and what this command does, they just invoke a web request. In this case, I think the website it's bknvrd.com, and it
Yeah.
pulls a file and that is malicious and installs it on their website on their computer.
Computer.
So it's a very common Windows malware that this person accidentally installed on their computer. So yes, it's very dangerous. It could be a backdoor, it could be a ransomware, or
Yeah.
uh, we don't know exactly what is the goal, like the extent of this type of malware this person installed. But I can say that this script is malicious. So
Yep.
what this person has to do, or anybody that run into this type of issue, they will have to disconnect from the network immediately, turn off your Wi-Fi, or uh, like unplug your router if you want. This will help you prevent that the malware from spreading or even
Yep.
communicating with a threat actor. Now, don't restart your computer until your IT or security team advises you to, because sometimes a malware activates on a reboot of your computer. So it's very important you just leave your computer as it is. Also, like especially for forensics as well, so we can actually
Yeah.
go back to your tracks and see exactly what commands were running on computer. So another thing, and this is very important because this person mentioned that they did it on their
Work. Yeah.
computer, working computer. Is it? Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So it's very important to contact your IT team or security team if your company has a dedicated security team, and tell them exactly what happened. Show them the email that you have received and the shell script that you run, and
Hmm.
they will try to isolate your machine so they don't spread and they don't infect the network,
Yeah.
and they will start an investigation. Now, if you're not a trained cybersecurity professional, don't try to fix this yourself, because you could make things worse. You can trigger something else. You can actually wipe your entire computer.
Yep.
So But one other thing that I would recommend is to log in into another device, change your account passwords and login credentials, especially
Yeah.
if they are linked to your work account. And for the future, never run commands from an email.
Yeah.
Anytime you see the word PowerShell and a random URL together, just don't do it. That's a red,
Yep.
like a huge red flag.
Yep. Thank you, Sophie, so much for your insights. And yeah, definitely inform your company, and hopefully they'll be able to help you out or reach out to a dedicated cybersecurity team.
Yep.
Now, another Reddit user described a frustrating battle with a hijacked social media account. So they discovered unauthorized posts and deletions like happening while they were asleep from a foreign IP address as well. Despite changing their password like multiple times and updating their phone numbers, the attackers still was active on the account. They do mention that the app does not support two-step verification and they cannot log out of the sessions at once. One device must always like remain signed in, like that's what they are saying.
Mm.
Even customer insists that customer support, they contacted, they insist that there's no suspicious activity, which leaves the user kind of confused.
Yeah.
So Sophie, this like what happened here?
Honestly, I don't know which like product doesn't support 2FA, or
Yeah.
even the option to log out like with the session cookies. So I, I don't even know why you're using this product in the first place.
Yeah.
But if it's like mandatory, like you have to, um, I mean, this is like a little bit tricky because most of our solutions would be just to log out and just to flush, but
Yep.
it sounds like this attacker, they already have persistent access to your account. So even if they already changed the password or the phone number, they can still have access to your account because you won't be able to kick them out. Now they can also have stolen a session, like a session token cookie, or like from your account. So changing the password won't actually work to invalidate the current session that the threat actor has
Yeah.
right now. So bad things, like best scenario that this person can do is actually write an email to this company and say,
Yep.
this is what is happening, and I need you to get your security team to flush the session tokens, or
Yeah.
the session cookies, so I can kick out this person from my account. Now, if the app doesn't have 2FA, and it doesn't have a way to enforce to log out all your sessions, uh, that's actually like a red flag if you're using a
Yep.
product like that, because it doesn't offer you the security that most of the international and local organisms are like requiring from these companies. So probably
Yep.
these companies violating the law. I'm not exactly like sure where you are located and what type of laws are in your country, but even the most like basic laws in cyber are still in place that they should be offering some level of security. So
Yep.
maybe go and read their terms and conditions and see if there's something you can check there and try to get them to kick out the threat actor.
Yeah, and definitely maybe if like this proceeds, then maybe like they should talk about which app this specifically is, because this does seem like, you know, it's not, it's a bit unusual to find that an app does not have 2FA in it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and actually, it's like I'm very surprised, I can say, because
Yeah.
yeah, I mean that's not the usual practice. So.
Yep. So the next one is a great educational question, and I thought this would be a great opportunity to bring it up. A beginner in cybersecurity posted asking just how risky it is to use a laptop on open Wi-Fi, especially one without a password. They mentioned that their PC doesn't have any user password, isn't sure if it's up to date, and only relies on Windows Defender for protection. They asked how easy it would be for someone nearby to hack them under these conditions, and what kind of access an attacker could gain without their knowledge.
Yeah, well, I want to be clear. Like, I know this person is new and may not
Yep.
understand how like the probably the networking or like actually works. But I want to be like clear and say that just by being on an open Wi-Fi
Hmm.
with a passwordless PC doesn't mean that you will automatically get hacked, but it does make you a little bit more exposed as opposed to
Yep.
having like, like password protected both Wi-Fi on your computer. Now, what does it mean to have to connect to an open Wi-Fi? Because a lot of people connect at the airport or even at your friend's house, or I don't know, the bank, hotels, whatever. What it means is like anyone that is on your same network can
Yeah.
actually like sniff your traffic if it's unencrypted. For example, if you visit a website that it doesn't have HTTPS, or you have like a OneDrive connected to your account, or you are on discoverable, like your computer, it's searchable,
Yeah.
be found if somebody is connected on the same network. Um, but an APC without a password means that someone who has physically access to your machine can just log in.
Yep.
But both combinations, like just over Wi-Fi and the passwordless PC, is not like a bad combination, I can say. Um, Unless you leave your computer unlocked
Yep.
at the lobby of a hotel and you're using an open Wi-Fi, and somebody just like sees your computer unattended and they try to do something, maybe.
Yeah. That could be
But
scary.
yeah, but that's just because you left your computer unattended and it doesn't have any password,
Yep.
not because they were able to go through your Wi-Fi. Now, the real risk actually comes when there's like any vulnerable software. I can say, for example, if you have file share enabled or
Yeah.
outdated service running, uh, so the actors they may try to attack those. But like the danger here is sort of conditional; it's not guaranteed. So most attacks on open Wi-Fi, they use phishing or malware, or they exploit any vulnerability, and not just because your computer is passwordless.
Yeah.
Um, just to make sure, don't have a computer without a password. You can always, uh, like if you're on Windows 11 or even the Mac, like Macs, they have the options to use face recognition, your fingerprint,
Yep.
or you can use a pass key to connect with your phone. So there are a lot of seamless ways that you can connect, or like unlock your computer without having a password that it doesn't require you to remember anything. So I would just go for those.
Yep.
Yeah.
And yeah, it doesn't like, I think it makes it more prone for users to be susceptible to this type of, phishing attack or exploit if you just don't protect yourself. So I think the best way would be to protect yourself by practicing good cyber hygiene.
Yes, yeah. And actually, like, I'm glad this person asked this question because it sort of shows a little bit about like maybe they don't understand exactly how
Yep.
like things work. And I'm glad I was able to break it down so they can understand the different implications of both things. But together is not like a bad
Yeah.
combination, and like you're set up for like you're gonna be hacked right now.
Yep.
So they're both different things. They have both different attack surface. So just and if you connect to open Wi-Fi, try to get a VPN. There's a lot of good services out there. Also, you can use Opera browser. They have VPN enabled. So
Yeah.
Proton has a very good Proton VPN. It has like free service tiers. Of course, it has a limited number of IP address, but you can pay like $3 4 a month, and you can get like unlimited. So just
Totally. That's actually
don't
great.
don't go for the shady VPNs.
Yeah. That would be exposing him to more risk.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, about like educating viewers, Sophie, what would we be talking about when you are in New York with your workshop?
Yeah, and I that's really good because we're gonna be doing hands-on web application security from cloud to code. So we're gonna be securing a web application. In this case, I selected a WordPress application because it's one of the most popular CRM out there. So I'm sorry, CSM. So it's very like a very good technology. So anybody working in cybersecurity should have the tools on how to secure these applications if they have a customer, or if they are working for a company that they are running their websites on WordPress technology. Is so what we're gonna do is we're gonna be using from cloud. We're gonna be giving some tips on how to secure your application directly from the cloud. That means that from the web application, directly from the web server, we're going to be configuring DNS, setting up an SSL. We're going to be locking down WordPress. And
Yeah.
we're going to be showing how to fight off real world threats like brute force attacks, code injection, cross site scripting, and that all these like prevent user enumeration, and all these common attacks that WordPress users suffer every day. And hopefully, by the end of this lab, people will be able to walk away with a fully hardened website and know how to replicate it and protect any other web application.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sophie, for sharing that. And moving on to the next question. A Reddit user described what they believe might have been a phishing attempt. While trying to log into a site called TerraBox using Gmail, a pop up asked them to verify their identity via phone. It then displayed a QR code, which, when scanned, redirected them to what appeared to be a legitimate Google verification page.
Mhm.
That page asked them to send an SMS to a random number with the code, claiming it was part of the verification process. And they did so only to later discover the number had over 50 spam reports on Truecaller. So it's Truecaller, so I'm guessing this person is based from like. I'm guessing from India because we use Truecaller a lot. Now they're scared they might have been phished, unsure what that SMS actually did, and asking what they can do to protect their account and their phone number moving forward. So, Sophie, what happened here? How can we help, and what are the immediate steps they should take?
Yeah, well, so for those who don't know what Terabox is, it's a like a cloud provider,
Yeah.
mostly like a cloud storage provider. So it's like a Dropbox. Uh, it is said that it's coming from Japan, but some people believe it's a Chinese application.
Oh.
So I mean, it's I'm not saying it's shady, but the fact that they are not really straightforward where they are located, uh,
Hmm.
you know, you should be
Yeah.
a little bit careful here. Um, Now, what it looks like this person is describing, it sounds like a classic phishing trick, I can say.
Hmm.
The fact that they receive a QR code or an SMS authorization scam. Um, what I think is like it could have been a redirection, and it could be like a legitimate site. Usually, they won't ask you to scan a QR code to log in. I believe
Yeah.
he could have been visiting like a fake Terrabox site, I can say. Probably, with the type of squatting,
Yeah.
look like Terrabox, but it is not. And and the fact that this person received like a random SMS from a strange number, it looks like it's a phishing scam. So
Yeah.
it's what is called like SMS relay scam, where your phone is used to verified accounts.
Hmm.
So I can say like maybe with like a 90% guarantee that this could be a phishing. What they can do now is to like secure your Gmail account. Uh,
Hmm.
Otherwise, sometimes, as I explained on my previous Ask Me Anything Cybers, they will be able to use your Gmail session like
Okay. Yeah. Steal that.
to actually log in into other accounts,
Hmm.
your Gmail authenticator like code. So what you should do is disconnect right now, go to security and unlink this single sign-on that you use for Terabox, and
Yep.
make sure that you actually connected to the right website. And if it happens to be the legit Terabox website, you should contact their customer support or even their tech team and tell them, you know what, I think you're having hijacked and somebody is redirecting users. So probably get a good bug bounty there.
Yeah.
So if you're if you have a tech friend that wants to it's like report,
Participate.
yeah, this bug, maybe you can get paid for it.
That's actually a very good opportunity, and maybe, yeah, you could do that
Yeah.
if it is the legitimate Terra box place.
Hmm.
Um, Now, another user shared that this is for when they applied a job, which is kind of worrisome because these days job applications, they include a lot of personal information as well. So what they're talking about is that after submitting their job application, they became suspicious
Hmm.
when the supposed employer requested copies of their driver's license and ID card. They stopped responding but realized their application already contained personal details: name, photo, date of birth, phone number, email address, and other qualifications. They are now worried what scammers could do with that data, and whether they could use it for identity theft or fraud online. So, Sophie, what now? What can people expect from this, and how do they protect themselves?
I'm not exactly sure how there are like practices in another countries, but
Yeah.
before actually getting a job offer, you shouldn't submit your actually ID.
Yeah.
So first, you're supposed to get a job offer letter, and you should accept this job offer letter. And
Yeah.
sometimes you have to like go in person to do a background check
Yep.
for fingerprinting or whatever it is. So you will be giving your ID or driver license to this third party company that is going to be doing your background check. So not directly to your employer unless they finally like they are ready to incorporate you as an employee.
Okay.
So I will never give away my ID if somebody requested me after sending my resume. Okay.
Hmm.
I mean,
There's also no guarantee of a job yet.
exactly. And replacing your ID is like very hard
Yeah.
and cumbersome. So I wouldn't go with that route. So just be careful. Don't give away your ID to anybody. If it's like a legit employer, you will go through a background check process where you're going to be providing your ID to this company that is going to be doing your background check. And usually you have to go to an office and do
Hmm.
fingerprinting and everything. Even if you're working um, like remotely, uh,
Yeah.
you will still have to do this, like go to a like a physical place and do like a background check, fingerprinting and everything.
And verification.
Exactly.
And what about like what they can do with the information currently with them if they are scammers?
Unfortunately, you cannot do much. Just keep an eye on scams and phishing emails that you're gonna be getting,
Yeah.
especially like SMS. It's
Because of the phone number.
yeah, and I can tell you here in the US, it's been out of control. I
Oh,
receive SMS scams like five, six per day, from numbers coming from Philippines, Ethiopia, Vietnam, and I'm like, come on, like that's like annoying. Like who falls for this? Because you receive so many at the same time that
yeah.
like this is ridiculous. So I mean, it's still happening. Like you're gonna receive a lot of scam SMS scams. So keep an eye on them. And as a like rule of thumb, when you are applying for jobs, try to get an alternative phone number, probably like a Google phone
Yeah.
number, so you don't give away your actual like carrier number, which is a little bit harder to replace.
Yeah.
And you can also block spamming calls and SMS from out of the country, if you're in the US or maybe North America.
Mm.
But I think like you can also restrict in it if you have a Google Voice timer in another countries too. So I will do that. And also get a dedicated email address when you're job hunting that is
Yep.
only for job hunting. And you can use Microsoft Outlook and create up to 10 aliases and create one for them.
Yeah, that's actually you've talked about that a lot of times because people have been facing like problems on their email accounts, and that seems like a very good option. All right, let's talk about the cyber review and watch a quick video on it.
Cyber Review with Sophia, where we bring you powerful interviews with published authors and innovators. Stay tuned for new episodes released every week.
That was a short sneak peek of the cyber review. You can go check them out on our YouTube with various authors like Melissa Lookings and Bob Shepard. Plus, if you're an author of a book and would like to promote it, feel free to reach out directly to Cyber Material. Sophie does amazing work and talks to them about their book, and they interview and tell them about what drove them to write the book. Sophie, would you like to say something about this?
Yeah, I mean, this is a fantastic initiative. We already interviewed more than 75 book authors around the world. Most of them, they are very famous and renowned authors. And some of them, they are very niche authors. Like Melissa, she writes about cyber policies and
Yeah.
the legal perspective, and it's amazing. We also had Matthew Webster. He talks about like security medical devices, the same as Bob Shepard. He also talks about the healthcare industry, and we have many, many other cyber reviews out there. So please go to our YouTube channel or our website and check cyber reviews, and you will find them. They are no longer than 5 minutes, so just
Yeah.
spend 5 minutes and learn about a new book.
A 5 minute digest, and you can learn about what the book is about and decide if you want to get it or not.
Yes.
So, a Reddit user, like moving on to the next question, a Reddit user from the US said they've been experiencing strange phone activity for months, like random phone calls and texts from unknown numbers, some pretending to even know them. Then their family began receiving calls and appeared to come from the user's own number, even though they weren't calling anyone. Now, at the same time, in their contacts started calling them, claiming they had received calls that never actually happened. Now, this is an odd pattern, has been going on for about 3 months, and they are now wondering if their phone has been hacked or if something else could explain this.
Mhm. Yeah, this is very excellent. This is a very like weird situation, I can say.
Yeah,
But it looks like what this person is describing, like the strange calls or text numbers. It could be like a caller ID spoofing. Maybe he got like a SMS. I'm sorry,
yeah,
hijacking the or like a swim swapping. Somebody like ported his number to another device. What like his phone number could have been spoofed to.
yeah. I
Uh,
think somebody is asking, is this called, yeah, it's Bervin. He's asking, isn't this called call spoofing?
Yeah, yeah. It looks like it's called like it probably is called caller ID spoofer. Spoofing. Sorry.
Yeah.
So what this person can do, call their carrier, and ask them to change their phone number. Some
Mm-hmm.
carriers they offer you to change your phone number for free once a year. I think like T-Mobile and Verizon they offer this option. So if you are in the US, you can if you and you have this carrier, you just call them and you say I want to change my phone number, and just make sure that you didn't use your this phone number for SMS verification with
Yeah.
another account because you're gonna be losing access. So before doing all that, just change your phone number from those accounts, and
Yeah.
then call your carrier and change your phone number.
So that would be a solution that all they have to do is just change their phone numbers, because this is like a very frustrating situation. Everybody is getting calls and nobody is picking up and nobody is calling. So,
Yeah,
um,
we have someone here on LinkedIn that just said, "Is it a call spoofing?" Yes, that's
yeah.
exactly what it is. Yeah. Thank you, Berwin. Yes, you're always watching us. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining again. Okay, so now one user wrote that they let someone use their phone and that person clicked a suspicious link. Since then, their ex, who had previously hacked their Android devices, seems to be accessing their emails and possibly other data again. The user said they have done the factory reset of the iPhone, but the issue persists. They are desperate for guidance and would like to regain control and stop the interference. So,
Uh, I don't know. It looks like a lot of things to unpack here.
yeah.
Um, I don't think that by just clicking on a link,
Hmm.
somebody will be able to hijack your Facebook account.
Yep.
This will depend on what type of link this person clicked. Like if you click on like a adware or something and you just close it right away and you don't put
Yep.
any credentials or anything, there's no reason for you to be like
Worry.
all this weird stuff like hacking your Android device.
Yeah.
And like I think like there's a lot of things going on because if you feel like your iPhone was hacked, but you're saying like she hacked my Android devices, I think these are two different things.
Yep.
Because you are not we are not even talking about the same device, right?
And also, like, you've already been hacked once. Is it possible that, it did not really go away from the first time around with this ex, and the ex says, she says that the ex had hacked them once. So is it possible that something was left over from the first time around if they are using the same device?
Maybe, but like the thing is like this person said that somebody clicked on a link
Yeah.
and now my ex is able to see my emails and she hacked all my Android devices. So the fact that this person hacked the Android devices before and now you have an iPhone and this person clicked on a link, I don't think so. They are like it's hacked.
Okay.
Your iPhone is not hacked. Maybe your Android can be, but not your iPhone by just clicking a link. So unless you put credentials or like anything like,
Or
but
install
if
something.
you want to feel sure, like for secure, you can like wipe your phone again, create a new Apple ID, change like passwords in all your accounts and change your make sure all your accounts have 2FA enabled. And there's a lot of options out there that you can use passkeys to use your device to connect to your web applications. So just do like a clean install and don't share your phone.
Yeah, because seems like, you share it, you click on something, and there's trouble. Bervin is asking a question about the situation. Maybe they have network access.
For the phone hacked
Yeah.
or maybe could be yes,
Mm.
but it also could be like he like this person X can have access to their accounts not through their his devices but maybe through like another devices they could have been connected through their computers like web like
Yeah.
accessing Facebook through the web or you know uh how it works. Sometimes you share your passwords with your partners and
Yeah.
you forget about it or you logged into their devices and that's how you may have been hooked.
Yep, that could have happened. Very possible. And now I'd like to take a moment to tell you about something really useful, which is Google Workspace. And for a very small monthly fee, you can actually get a professional work inbox packed with premium Google features like Gemini AI integration, smart scheduling with calendar sharing, and even seamless collaboration tools. And they would be all in one place. So if you've been thinking about upgrading your workflow, this is a great time to do it. Just follow the link below and you can get a special discount from us. Sophie, what do you think about this?
Yeah, that's great. I mean, if you want to have a very versatile like workspace and have your professional email address and everything in one
Yep.
inbox, you can use Google. You have free access, unlimited access to Gemini, as opposed to like having to pay for ChatGPT. So it's a good alternative, and you not only have like access to a good, fully like robust AI, you also have access to email service, Google Sheets, Google Docs, a lot of
Yep.
premium services there in just one service.
Which is absolutely great. Going to my next question, the user is asking if their phone is hacked. So another case of is this hacked or not? So for the past few months, they've been getting weird calls and texts from unknown numbers. Some texts are from people that they pretend that I know them, but
Mhm.
it's never that. And then again, their family started getting it. This seems like a very similar case and they weren't calling. So what's going on?
Yeah.
Here.
So let me go through this like
Oh
clearly
no,
because
I
yeah.
think this is a different screen.
Hmm? The
Oh,
kid
this is a different one. Yeah, this one was about the final story. I think we have one missing here.
the kidnap scam?
No, no, no. This one, kidnapping scam, is different. I'll tell you about it. So actually, this was for the last story, and a Reddit user shared like a alarming personal story and said that they had been chatting with someone, like a woman, for like about 6 months.
Yeah.
And when she claimed that she was traveling by bus to meet them, she texted saying that she was being followed by two men. Moments later, the user received a video call showing her like a gun to her head, which is like very dangerous, like supposedly kidnapped. Panicked, the user sent like money to the kidnappers, who
Yeah.
later said she'd been released. The next day, the woman messaged again as if nothing happened and soon began asking for more money. Now, the user suspect the entire event was staged. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it looks like. So this is like a combination of like real like in-person scam with a little bit of cyber
Yeah,
because it involves transferring money online because this person said that like they paid for their ticket and
yeah.
they even got extorted to pay the ransom to release this person. So yeah, it looks like a scam.
Yep.
And it looks
I
like
think they acted out of fear, like a lot of fear here.
exactly. Yeah, that's what they do. Um, that's what they actually like the scammers they do. They try to play like trick your mind into like giving you this sense of urgency and making you like, I need to make a decision right now or something is going to happen. So in any case, you always have to involve law enforcement. They are well
Yeah.
prepared to handle these type of cases, even if it's legit or not. You're gonna be supported. What I can recommend is to go to your local police station, report this, and also open a case with the IC3, with the FBI, and they will actually follow up very quickly if it's like a kidnapping situation. Just when you open your case, make sure you already reported it to your local precinct,
Yeah.
because it's gonna be like help your case a little bit more, and to get a response from the FBI. And it's very important to report it because you need support in this case, even if it's legit or not. It's a like a not like a nice experience, I can say.
Yeah.
So that will be my first like reaction, and talk to someone you trust in your environment. It could be your friend, your brother, your sister, your parents, your partner, or even your
Yeah.
kids. If you trust them, you should talk to someone in your environment to go through this situation. And
Yeah.
if you can find anybody, we are also available. We can provide support and we can help you like have a direct contact with the FBI.
Yeah, and guide you through this because obviously this user was very scared about this new person that he was talking to, and yeah, it's really sad. But watch out for these type of scams because, as Sophie mentioned, it is purely based on making you fear and giving you a sense of urgency to act. So thank you, Sophie, for solving our cyber troubles today. And before we move into our final segment, which is the briefing recap, let's take a quick break to see what it's about.
Stay ahead of the cyber curve with real-time alerts, incident reports, and the latest cybersecurity news, all in one streamlined, easy-to-read newsletter. Join more than 20,000 subscribers who rely on Cyber Briefing, available on LinkedIn, Medium, and now on Substack. Don't wait to protect your digital world. Subscribe today and stay informed with Cyber Briefing by Cyber Material.
Welcome back, Sophie. It's time to do a wrap up of this week's top cyber stories. So, our top cyber alert was fake password manager emails that are being used by attackers to hijack the PCs of victims.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, this is a very important like I can say alert that this was published today, And why I'm saying this, because there's a lot of users out there that they have LastPass or Bitwarden, and they are receiving phishing campaign, like phishing emails impersonating these companies, and they are sending fake emails claiming that these companies have been hacked, and
Mm.
they urge users to download a more secure desktop version for their password managers. So
Yeah.
and this is like a very scary and complex, I can say, phishing like campaign that is happening out there. So
Mm.
if you're a user of LastPass or Bitwarden and you have received this email, just ignore it. And what it's saying right now, like what LastPass is telling their user is to report it to them immediately, and always contact LastPass or Bitwarden directly. They have a very good customer service, and they will be able to get back to you very quickly.
Okay, and so they are taking some actionable steps to
Yes,
protect their,
yes,
uh, customers, which is good. And they have disclosed this as well, it seems, timely. So
yeah.
that's great. Now, for our top cyber incident, and unencrypted satellites are exposing sensitive operational data to
Mhm.
interception. What would happen there?
Well, this one, it's sort of like, I can say, a little bit alarming, because this involves like military communication, and
Oh,
like even like regular users communication. So I'm gonna talk about a little bit of, like, about the study. This research has been like done by the University of San Diego and the University of Maryland, and they revealed that there's a huge vulnerability in the satellite communication, especially on the
yeah.
T-Mobile network, which they discovered that nearly half of all the geostationary satellites, they transmit data without encryption. So making sensitive information from consumers, corporations, and even like the U.S. military, which they have a very, like, a huge Navy base in San Diego, they were
Uh-huh.
able to intercept some of their communications. They just used like an $800 receiver, and they were like passively intercepting a lot of unprotected data. This included privacy, like private phone calls, text messages, Wi-Fi traffic, and even, as I said, military communications between the U.S. and Mexico. And in just like 9 hours, they were able to like capture like 2,500 um, phone numbers and
Wow.
website phone calls and text messages from T-Mobile users. And like this is like a significant like security risk.
Yep.
So for anyone that is relying on these systems, like some companies, they have moved to like to add encryption. Others, they are very slower into like implementing this, like encrypted communications.
Yeah.
Very concerning, like for especially for use critical infrastructure, you know this is one of like the first line of defense, encrypting communication. So it's a little bit worrisome, I can say.
Yeah. So we actually have a question on LinkedIn.
Yes.
Bervin is asking any recommendations for some trusted password managers.
Yeah, that's a very good question. There's a lot of like products out there, so there's a lot of noise, I can say,
Yeah,
like about password managers. uh,
definitely.
but that what I can say, I mean, uh, in, I know like LastPass has been hacked several times in the past.
Yep.
They have their security issues, so they wouldn't be my first choice. We do have a video on
Yep. Password
like
man.
password managers. So I can share this video with you where we rank like the best password managers, and and it's gonna like help you make the decision better. But I always like try to contrast between like cloud versus local storage, and if they have a plugin that like storing your passwords on your browser.
Yep.
And also I will compare if it's like an open source solution or if it's like proprietary, like lockdown. um and actually, when like I feel like most of users, the final decision is towards cost. So which one costs less?
Yep.
So in my personal opinion, Bitwarden is one of the best. Also, Proton Pass, if you're a Proton user, I can say it's one of the best options out there. And yeah, that would be like my two options. And also, you can always build your own password manager if you're a tech person. There's a lot of open source options out there that you can just deploy them in the cloud, and you just have your own password manager. You have Nextcloud; they have very good a very good open source deployment system that is very good. I've been
Yeah.
using them for years. So instead of paying these SaaS companies, I will just like deploy it on my own servers, and I own my own data, and I configure my own servers, so I know
Yeah.
exactly where my data is stored. And if the threat actors are trying to get me through LastPass or Bitwarden,
Yeah.
well, I have my own technology out there. So, I mean, there's no way they can know that exactly how.
Oh, no, I actually shared one with you, Sophie, about authentication apps, but I don't think it is about the password manager. When I find it,
Well,
surely we will share it
let's
with you.
let's do one, right?
Yeah, I think we
Okay.
do have one. I just don't. I'm not able to find it.
Okay.
But yes,
Anyway,
Mervin, we
Erwin,
can.
we're gonna do a cyber review for password managers, and you will be the first to give us feedback.
Yep, and that would be like something. You were here when it started.
Yes.
Uh, Now, for the news, the US has charged a tech executive in a large scale cryptocurrency investment scam. Now, we see cryptocurrency investment scam very often. So, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, yeah. Well, this is like a win for all the victims out there. And why I'm saying this, because at the end of the day, the scammers are, I can say, they're finally like getting caught, and people will be able to recover the money if they reported it to the FBI. So
Yeah,
yesterday it was reported by the FBI that they have recovered, like they have seized up to like $15 billion in cryptocurrencies. And as part of this I can say, as part of this oh my gosh, as part
project?
as part of this campaign, or
Yeah,
that they not only they seize the money, but they also were able to indict the CEO behind this scam, which is, his name is Chen Zi.
okay,
He was a chairman of the Cambodia Springs Holding Group,
okay,
which he was charged for wire fraud and money laundering conspiracy. And
yeah,
that's where they seized $15 billion in cryptocurrency, which the FBI is sort of claiming is the largest investment fraud operation in history. So
wow,
this indictment is very I can say very good for those who have been victims of pig butchering scams. And at one point, they will be able to, if they have reported this to the FBI and they have a case with the IC3, maybe part of this money that has been seized, they will be able to
yeah,
recover part of it. It's not going to be immediately. May take a couple of months, years. We don't know what's the timeline for the FBI to release the funds,
yeah,
but I mean, somehow you're gonna be getting your money back if you reported this to the FBI before. And as I always want to say, like I want to try to finish
on a
the-
good note.
on a good note. I just want to say that this person is not only being prosecuted in the U.S., it's also being prosecuted in the U.K. They have imposed a lot of sanctions on this company. It has been designated as a criminal organization. He's facing up to 40 years in prison, and also all their complicits as well. So the
Yeah.
entire organization has been taken down, and it's good because this type of operations, like, they are being like under the radar, and the FBI has been taking actions towards like
Solving these
scammers.
problems. Yep.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Especially in Southeast Asia, where we know that most of these scams are coming from, like Cambodia, Laos, and Vietnam.
Yep.
So they just like go to those countries and they start their operations with the scam call centers that they have.
Thank you so much, Sophie. And actually, pretty sure that we will be covering this in our Hall of Hacks report because, as the FBI reports it, it was one of the largest rings that got taken care of. So, yeah, excited to share this in our next Hall of Hacks report, Q3. Coming up, and in fact, you can catch up on what happened in Q2. All you have to do is subscribe to our Hall of Hacks newsletter by Cyber Material. Thank you so much, Sophie, for joining us today. It was amazing to have you.
Yes, and don't forget this Saturday, if you're in New York City and you want to meet me in person and live and be part of one of our labs, please, you are very welcome to join me, and happy to talk to you and shake hands and stay connected.
Thank you so much, Sophie. And as we wrap up today's Ask Me Anything Cyber, don't forget to check out our cyber reviews on YouTube channel, where experts talk about, various aspects of cybersecurity and data protection. And before we sign off, we are thrilled to announce our next Ask Me Anything Cyber special. Joining next week will be, and he will be our special guest, joining both Sophie and me for a powerful discussion on real world cyber defense. And you don't want to miss this one. So stay tuned. And, thank you for tuning in today. We'll see you next week. Until then, stay informed, stay alert, and stay cyber safe.
Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for our next Ask Me Anything Cyber, a fun, interactive weekly event for everything cybersecurity. Join us every week at noon Eastern Time for another high-energy recap of the week's biggest cyber stories, from data breaches and threat intel to major legal updates. Whether it's a high-profile hack, a new APT on the rise, or a must-attend summit, we've got it covered. But that's not all. We'll also break down the latest job market trends, share our thoughts on cyber stocks, and give you actionable insights to stay ahead. And of course, we wrap things up with what makes this show special, live Q&A with you. Have a question about a breach? Want to know how a threat works? Curious about getting started in cyber? Let us know and we'll answer it live. See you next week.